This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
You are watching the Business Portal, your gateway to business trends and opportunities. Hi everyone, welcome to the workplace. I'm Mary Beth Nave, and of course everybody, I hope everyone's like really doing well in terms of their jobs, in terms of their families, their careers, and everything about life. But you know what? Sometimes when we are looking for an outlet of expression, we look for something that would make our lifestyles even so much better, or sometimes we look for something that could actually relax our minds, our hearts, our bodies, and our souls. So today, ladies and gentlemen, one of our really favorite guests, and of course, a big demand in the industry right now is actually one of the amazing studios, and it's called Urban Ashram Yogi. So we've got two lovely people, and the founding teacher, we have Miss Maricar Holopainen, and with her is, of course, the events manager for their different programs, Miss Bianca Bagos. Hi, girls. Hi. Okay, so thanks so much for being here again. And well, you're going to be educating us what Urban Ashram Yoga is about. Before it was Urban Ashram Manila.
Yes.
And then you changed it to yoga.
Well, it's still Urban Ashram Manila, but I think our primary discipline is really yoga. So we wanted to really have it in the name up front so people know exactly what they're coming there for. But in saying that, we're also, just like anything else, we do change and we're transforming and we're evolving to include other disciplines. So Urban Ashram Manila is really an ashram, which is a place to study. And our primary way of studying or purpose of studying is really through the practice of yoga. And that's why the name was called Urban Ashram Yoga.
Okay, and congratulations. You just turned 5, you know?
Yeah, we're on our 5th anniversary, so we're turning 6 if it were a birthday on August 20.
Wow,
Yeah,
this
so
year.
It's been 5 years since we started in our first interview with you.
Right, and it's again our viewers have been like watching the journey already of how wellness has evolved, and of course the different programs that you currently have. So aside from that, what is the great news that Urban Ashram has for us? I mean, what are the changes? What's up and coming?
Well, in the last 5 years, what we've seen through the development of the students is that they've really seen yoga as a platform to really find other ways to express themselves. So yoga has allowed them to be stronger, has allowed them to be calmer, has allowed them to deal with stress in their daily lives, and has allowed us and our students to become better people. And I think having led better lives allows you to explore so many other things, such as dance, such as meditation, other means to achieve wellness. And that's why as we continue to evolve as a studio and as teachers and as students, we find other disciplines that are related that allow us to enhance our daily lives. So, for instance, we're having Qigong, the practice of Qigong, which is an Eastern tradition, which dates to thousands of years ago. And we're bringing that to the studio for a milder, more reflective type of practice. So it's really breath with movement, and it's an age-old tradition. And that is perfect for those that have never done any physical activity before, and even for parents. Like for my parents, I'm excited to have it because now my parents can come to the studio and find a way by which they can practice wellness. And then we also have ballet, adult ballet.
Wow, okay.
So those who grew up, like myself, having trained for a number of years for ballet and have lost touch with it because life took over.
Right.
And you want to go back to this expression where you feel like there's a way to really evolve even the way you move.
Right.
Through dance, and we have adult ballet, and they're taught by our students as well, and a few yoga teachers.
So it's like ballet and yoga?
Well, there's ballet taught by yoga teachers and yoga students.
Okay.
It's really, basically, it's an organic growth, what we've seen. The disciplines that we're incorporating into the studio definitely completes the wellness picture, and we're also having food. So starting the end of the month, we are bringing Chef Gregory Guy, who is trained overseas, and bringing really healthy, yummy, good food to the studio. So it really balances nutrition with exercise, which allows you for a better life. So it basically what we've done is we've built on our strengths, which is really the practice of yoga, which has allowed us to become free from pain, from stress, and allows us now to express ourselves through other means.
Okay, and you also just recently opened a new branch.
Yeah, so Bianca can tell us about
Yeah.
Rockwell.
Last month we just opened our new satellite studio in Rockwell.
Okay.
It's at fifth floor FINMA. We're doing classes 3 times a week to
Okay.
cater to those who live near that area.
Okay, so 3 times a week, specifically what days?
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
That's like a whole day?
Tuesday evenings, Thursday evenings, and Saturday mornings. Yes.
Wow.
So we're offering 2 new to yoga classes, so good for beginners, stress-free gentle flow and flexibility not required, our signature FNR classes.
Right, those are the fully booked ones. Like
Yes.
every time I want to try out those classes again, it's like it's fully booked. So you have to book in advance. Our audience is also asking that there is a system that Urban Ashram is using, and it's actually booking online or
Yes,
reserving
yes.
online. And a lot of the viewers who have not tried that online system, would you care to also explain how that goes?
Yes. Well, it's quite easy. If you go to our website, urbanashramyoga.com, you can quickly find out if you're new to yoga, what are the initial questions you may have, what to wear, what to bring, what to expect on your first yoga class, and how to quickly enroll. So if you download an app, it's called MBO, it's on online, and then you download it, and it gives you the gamut of the whole breadth of classes we have across the different studios. So it's very easy. All you need to do is fill in your initial information and you can book a class throughout the whole month. And that way you already sort of had your whole routine and practice already pretty much set. And in that app as well, you can already find out reviews on the teachers, reviews on the classes, and even where the location of the classes are. So it's a pretty straightforward, easy way. I think one of the things, like Bianca mentioned, that we open Rockwell, is because we have to bring yoga to where you are.
Right.
And to be as convenient and as accessible as possible. And that's just not in terms of location, but also in terms of the different practices.
Right.
So if you find that yoga is a little bit intimidating, which really it isn't, then we have the practice of Qigong, we have ballet, and then we have meditation classes. And then also if you just want to learn about food, then we have that as well.
Okay, let's take a look at a couple of the photos that, of course, Urban Ashram Yogi prepared. So let's take a look at these. I think you can bring that up. Okay, yes. So what is happening on June 18 and 25?
On the 3rd and 4th week of June, we're exploring more on the different disciplines. So this is good for those who are... So the first one upcoming on the 18th is our posture clinic. So this talks about how to sit, stand, even walk properly
Really?
with proper posture.
Okay.
And it will be taught by Lasse Holopainen, who's one of our teachers he will really break down the poses or how to integrate the different yoga poses in making sure that your posture
Is proper.
Proper.
Yes,
Okay. And then this right here, we've got like a whole ballet pose. Do you actually make students wear tutus?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
But
Okay.
I think that's for the recital. But I think one of the things is that you find that people want to move more because having practiced yoga, you really become more flexible, you become stronger, and there's really strong body awareness.
Right.
So moving with grace and discipline is really what we try to promote in the yoga practice. And now that you have moved with strength and grace, definitely ballet is something you can definitely express yourself with. So we have adult ballet classes for beginners and also for those who've practiced ballet before and those
Like
who
decades ago.
Yeah, decades ago, and who want to remind themselves of how wonderful that practice is. So adult ballet comes to Brixton and our Capitolio branch in Pasig. We have free classes starting June 24 to 27.
Free?
Yeah.
Yes, you can sign up to try it out because that's how we
Okay.
work. We want to lower the barrier for you to try it out. And once you've tried it out, then you can
Enroll.
work out our introductory packages. So it's very, very straightforward.
Wow.
What we're trying to do is trying to get you into wellness without the intimidation
Aspect of it.
aspect of it. And really, we're normal people who have allowed ourselves to be introduced to these different practices that makes us really more than who we are today.
Okay, that's actually really great to know. A lot of the concerns from our viewers right now is that they have zero physical background, like it's physical activity. So they'd also like to wonder, or they're wondering, where do they begin? I mean, what class to take?
Yeah.
We make sure that our classes can tailor fit to their concerns. So,
Okay.
for for the first time when they step into the studio, we'll ask them, what's the purpose of you coming here? Some for to lose weight, for stress management, for clarity. So with that, we tailor fit our classes to fit to their needs. So we have flexibility not required
So
classes
does
for
it
those
ask
who
you
are
to
new to
split,
yoga.
or again, not a lot of flexibility needed?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And the poses will be broken down, and foundations will be taught there. And then we
Foundations
also
of
have,
yoga.
Yeah,
Yes.
foundations
Okay.
of yoga. And then we also have stress-free, gentle flow, a more gentler class for those who want a more relaxing class. It says in the name itself, stress-free, gentle flow.
So for
It's
those
pretty
like
straightforward.
right, so for those people who are like, let's say they have a really hectic day, especially
Yes.
people in sales are always traveling out,
Yeah.
and it's a
Yes.
And
time
they
for
want a
them to
relaxing
just
class.
right.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Mandy? She used to teach
Amanda.
Amanda.
Yeah, I call her
Amanda.
Mandy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
she used to teach it with the candles. Is that the
Yes,
one?
yes.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
some people call it, in fact, sleepy yoga. We
Yeah.
even have restorative
I
yoga.
think I snored one time.
Yeah.
So right.
Yeah. I think what it is a lot of people are intimidated by yoga because of all the, all the marketing materials that have been produced that shows all these complicated poses. But the reality is yoga is really about understanding yourself. It's understanding where you are physically and mentally, and trying to see yourself non-judgmentally, really taking a look at yourself. Where am I at, and what is it that I can become?
Right.
And in that process, we try to really break it down. We call it progressive practices. So
Okay.
it's really we meet you where you're at, as Bianca said. If you're there to relieve your stress, then we have a few classes that can cater to your needs. We have a class called Restoratives, which allows you to recover. So if you're an athlete who is constantly in training
Right.
all the time, there needs to be balance. And it's taught by even athletes themselves. Our teachers are quite athletic, and they teach the recovery and rehabilitation through the restoratives, which allows you to just let your muscles relax in a very, very scientific way. So I think what we've tried to do is really bring yoga to the level whereby it's a good start. It's really a platform by which you can become whatever it is you want to be.
Okay, that's good to know. So again, yoga or the journey to wellness can start at any point
Yes.
of one's life. You don't have to start like, I think a lot of the people's concerns are like for ballet.
Yes.
If you really want to be a prima ballerina, you have to start like at age 4 or
Yes,
3
yes,
or
yes,
whatnot.
yes, yes.
But the journey to wellness, even if you're 30 or 40s or 50s, again, if you want to
Yes.
try it out,
Yes.
then it's possible.
Yes, it totally is. I think the teachers represent a good cross-section of the population. You have myself, who is already above 40 and who has children.
And you don't look it.
I mean, those who started wellness late.
Okay.
And I started only 8 years ago because I have scoliosis and I had severe back pains. And the same with my husband. We started yoga just 10 years ago. And to have come through that process and become what we are today, which means I feel younger than I've ever felt. And the younger people can stand to benefit from it because they can eliminate future suffering by starting wellness today. So, and even the children, which is why we teach posture, because as a parent, to teach your child to stand tall, to sit, they have to see it in you.
That's true.
And you're the best example for it as a role model. But for you to teach it, you have to be educated in it, or at least find the techniques by which your children can respond. Which is why the posture clinic we have, you don't need any yoga experience required. It's for you to understand what is it that allows you to keep the proper posture in order for you to be pain-free in the future, to have a better life, clarity, and all that. So these extra benefits, they all come into play. So it's really a holistic approach to wellness.
Okay, and you mentioned experiencing back pains and scoliosis, so you don't experience that anymore.
I do if I don't practice.
Oh,
So it's pretty
okay.
straightforward. It's pretty much like what you'd call maintenance medication
Right,
without
right.
medication. It's
Exactly.
really a self-driven way of keeping your health. You become responsible for yourself. And the thing is, you're educated, you know, because we teach it so scientifically. We tell you why you're doing that pose, how to do it right, and why you need to do it for a longer period of time and regularly.
And how to breathe.
Yeah, and how to breathe. The thing about corporate life is that you work hard and you have that discipline. And that discipline can be translated into your wellness life without the stress.
Okay.
So it's really the same discipline you apply in work, but it's really a more concerted effort to yourself. the
Okay.
benefit is truly for yourself.
All right. We do have a question from the audience regarding what do you call this? Injuries. Like if they have injuries.
Yes.
More of that we will take up when we return. So we'll take a quick break, and when we do return, we'll talk about like, can you still practice a journey to wellness despite having, like, let's say, a medical condition or any physical injury? With that, we'll return after a few